Hi BookTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to the Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with a Friday reading plans video. So unlike a lot of BookTube, this is not a Friday reads video, but this is a video that I am going to be sharing with you all the books that I plan on reading next week, starting next Monday. But I'm putting this up on a Friday because I love Fridays and Fridays are fun. And I do have other videos going up this weekend. I did this last Friday. You guys really seem to enjoy it, especially because I added kind of a group participation element to this. So essentially, if you're new and you didn't see last week's video, what I do here is I'm going to share with you all the books that I plan on reading next week for next week's reading vlog. And I want to share them ahead of time in case any of you want to buddy read any of these with me. Or again, there is like a group participation section here. And I'm going to be sharing that with you guys as well. So we'll get to that in just a minute. So this is one of those weeks where we're actually crossing between 2 months. This is actually like the midpoint of the year, you guys. So these books that I'm going to talk about are all going to be read in week 27, which is starting next Monday on the 27th of June. So it's week 27. There are 52 weeks in a year, or there are 52 weeks this year, which means this is now like the midpoint of the year, which is pretty exciting. So yeah, what happened to the month of June? It just like flew out the window. So like I said, these reading plans are going to cross over 2 months. So you guys are going to kind of get a sneak peek of some of the books I will be reading in July, which is exciting. So for the month of June, I'm picking 3 books. I have the last 2 books in my TBR jar to get to. I do know what they are, and I'm very excited about both of them. And then I also have a throwback book that I'm going to share with you guys that I plan on reading next week. So that's the last 4 days of June. So the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's what I plan on reading for those. Those are the 3 books. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, that's right, right? Yeah, I plan on reading those 3 books over those 4 days. Then I have July 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, which is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I actually am picking 4 books for those 3 days. Reason being is Friday is Canada Day here. And that is a holiday. It's a statutory holiday. It's like 4th of July, only with better beer and, more polite fireworks. I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I have neighbors who think it's perfectly acceptable to set off fireworks at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So, that's not a thing. But anyway, yeah, it is Canada Day on Friday, so I'm off work that day. Plus, I'm off the whole weekend. I don't have any plans, so I plan on getting a lot of reading done. So potentially to finish 4 books over those 3 days. I think I can probably do it. So we shall see. But anyway, so I've got 7 books that I'm going to be sharing with you guys right now. So let's jump in and get started. So first of all, for the last few books for the month of June, into the jar, like I said, I already know what these are, so it really doesn't matter. But I will be reading for 4 Ways to Wear a Dress. And I cannot for the life of me remember what the author's name is, but the cover will be right here. I have this book on audio from NetGalley, so I'm very, very excited to get to it. A fun contemporary romance. When I read the back of it, it reminded me very much of that Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but like adults, like all these women are sharing a dress or something. And then the other one I am so stoked about, and that is Part of Your World, and I believe it's by Abby Jamirez. Again, the cover will be right here. This one I'm really looking forward to. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I also have this one on audio from NetGalley. So yay, you guys. Cannot wait. And then, like I said, I've got a throwback pick for the last week of the month. And that is a Nancy Drew Case Files book, number 13, Wings of Fear by Carolyn Keene. So a flight-related one. Those of you who might be nervous to fly might not want to read this one. Nancy takes off after a smuggling ring and flies head-on into a major disaster. So yeah, sounds really interesting. Yeah, this one she's in Seattle to investigate. So I do love like the traveling aspect of these books that Nancy goes to all these different locations. So that is the last 3 books for the month of June. As for the group participation part, let's now get into the books for the month of July. So again, if you were not here last week, quick explanation. I found this website last week called the TBR Machine, and it's put together by a booktuber, Penelope The Paperback Cat, I believe is her channel name. And I guess like her husband did this for her. I'm not too sure, but put together this awesome little website. It's and you click the button and it gives you a random reading prompt. And then you can pick a book based on that prompt. And I did this last week and a lot of you really, really liked it and decided to participate as well. So I'm doing it again. Now, here's the fun thing. I played around with my editing software on the weekend and I think I can screen record my laptop so you guys can see what's happening over here. So that's what we're going to do. So this is probably going to be messy. But I thought this would be fun. I'm trying to up my game a little bit in editing. I'm never going to be that editor. I'm still going to say and I'm going to pause and I'm going to do all these things, but there are certain things I really want to try and do just for funsies, because for stuff like this I think it would be fun. But anyway, let's see how this works, okay? So I'm going to press the record button and it's going to count me down. 3, 2, 1. Here we are, and here's the screen. So let's hit the randomize button. I am very excited, you guys. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Okay, read your most recent book purchase. Interesting. All right, read your most recent book purchase. Okay, that's awesome. So I'm going to take that away now and So very quick, but I am now going to step away for a minute and I'm going to look. I think I will also allow, like, maybe not a book you purchased, but maybe your most recent library haul or a book you recently got from NetGalley, something like that. A new book that has somehow come into your possession, whether you exchange money for it or not. Just don't steal books, guys. Not the most recent book you stole. A book you borrowed, you got for free from the library or from a publisher. You guys know where I'm going with this. I'll be back in just a minute. All right, friends, so sorry about the weird glare in my glasses, but I have my laptop open so I can read the book titles that have been picked for the rest of my picks. So, essentially for the TBR machine for my most recent purchase, this is one that I actually borrowed from Hoopla, or will be borrowing from Hoopla on audio. I have a later book in this series to read from NetGalley, but I'm really trying to be better about reading my series in order. So I am jumping ahead to the first one, and this is a book called Flights of Fancy by Jen Thurano, I believe. And this is the first book in the American Heiresses series. It is a historical fiction romance. I believe that these would be considered like a sweet, maybe even a Christian romance, but I'm not absolutely certain. I will report back. The covers on these books are just charmingly delightful. I'm not too sure what this one is about, but like I said, I really wanted to start with the first book in the series. So yeah, this is the pick that I have for the TBR machine for my most recent purchase. Let me know in the comments below, you guys, what books did you pick? Are you participating? And what books did you guys pick? For my next prompt, if you will, is a Harlequin read. I try and pick a Harlequin book every week that I want to read one. And this is for the Retro Romance Readathon. So I will be talking more about this in a later video in the next week or so. But as kind of a tease beforehand, one of the books that I will be reading for that Retro Romance Readathon is Mustang Wild by Stacey Kane. This is a Harlequin historical. It's not that old. So the Retro Romance Readathon is anything published prior to 2010. And this one was published in 2007. So it's not that old. It's what, about 14 years old though? Yeah, be a little 15 years old now, I think. So yeah, so this is an older historical, but I always loved the Western historicals. I love the cover on this book. And it says, "No smooth talking man is going to outwit her." So yeah, and then on the back, you know, and see there's the Harlequin historical. So yeah, I will be reading this one hopefully next week. Series read. So this is something I have not talked about. If you guys want me to, I will do an entire video talking about the books that I picked. There is something going on that you've probably heard a lot of booktubers talk about called the SAS list, which is your Serious About series list. This was created by Elizabeth over at Lizzie Faye Loves Books. I will leave a link to her channel in the description box below. And I decided, since we're exactly halfway through the year, that I would participate for the second half of the year. So I went through all the series that I'm reading and I kind of put together a list. And if I can read a book a week from this list, I can finish I think it will put me at finishing 10 series this year, just from this SAS list alone. So every week I will be picking another book from this list to read. So for this week, we have Cold Case Colorado by Cassie Miles. This is a Harlequin intrigue book, I believe, so it's another Harlequin read, which makes me super happy. And an intrigue book, even happier. And this is part of, I think this is the first book in the Cold Case Investigation series, which was so I've read the fourth and final book, so I need to read the first three. Now, this is a series that is not connected by characters or setting. This is literally a series connected by the fact that all four of the books are cold cases. The Denise N. Wheatley book, Cold Case, I cannot remember the title of it now. I'll put it right here. That's the one that I read that was the fourth book in this series. So like I said, now I'm going back to read the beginning. And last but not least, a bonus book. I didn't know what else to put here, so I'm like, I'll read a bonus book. So I was looking at my list of books on my TBR. And again, if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that I'm trying to work my way through the Campers and Criminals Cozy Mystery Series by Tanya Kappas. And in order to get to the Halloween book in October, I need to read 2 books every month in June, July, August, and September. And then that'll give me the Halloween book in October. I can take the month of November off. And then there's a Christmas book in December. So that's kind of my goal. And then I'm going to work on, trying to finish off this series. But so I was looking at the list and I'm like, okay, so I've got the 2 books to read for July. And because it's the Canada Day long weekend, much like the 4th of July, it's just got that very summery, it's a summer holiday, right? It's like got that summery vibe of like camping or going to the lake or having a bonfire or a picnic or a barbecue. And I saw these books and I'm like, these just feel like they need to be read this weekend. They're both shorter books. They come in at under 5 hours long on audio. I think they're both under 200 pages, like they're from Kindle Unlimited. And so I'm going to be reading both of them. So we've got Hitches, Hideouts, and Homicides by Tanya Kappas, which I think is book 7. I think it's book 7. And then Assailants, Asphalt, and Alibis, also of course by Tanya Kappas, which is book 8, I think. I think it's book 7 and 8. So those are the books that I plan on reading. I just thought they'd be perfect for those days. Like, I'm hoping the weather's going to be nice next weekend. I can sit outside, maybe pop an earbud in, listen to an audiobook, do some knitting, sitting outside in the sunshine, or going for a nice walk around the neighborhood, which I've been really enjoying lately. So yeah, that's kind of my goal for those books, and to get them done so then I don't have to worry about them for the whole rest of the month. So anyway, guys, longer video, I think. I don't know. I have to edit this, cut out a lot of me like searching for a book. And, yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm trying to up my game just a little bit with my editing. Let me know what you think. Are you going to participate in this week's, pick, which again is your most recent purchase? And yeah, until my next video, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.